What if you woke up tomorrow and forgot everything about content creation? You don't know how to tell better stories. You don't know how to edit your videos. You forgot everything about coming up with the title, the thumbnail, the hook, and literally everything. You came back to zero. Most creators will panic, but here's exactly what I will do as an entrepreneur who is building a business. All right, let's get straightforward. Step number one, I will leverage AI as my creative partner. Most entrepreneurs who make content are really artistic with their content. They try to become artists. They end up becoming so process oriented, so detail oriented with their content. They want to make the thumbnail themselves. They want to come up with the idea that they got yesterday night while they were in the shower. They are super artistic and so against the whole idea of using AI. What happens is these people end up getting less traffic, less trust, and they are not going to get enough distribution because the people who are using AI are having all of their content efforts backed up by data. This means the standard of the platform becomes so high and these people are still behind. I don't want to let that happen to myself. I did that for a couple of months when I first started out as a content creator who was also an entrepreneur. But what happened is my content started to reach no one because I'm not leveraging all of these advanced AI models, whilst all of the industry experts are leveraging AI for their title, thumbnail, and almost every single process in their content creation. So, what I want you to do is use Cloud or ChatGPT or Perplexity to come up with the ideas for your content, to do the research for you. And even you can try to get your script, but at least try to get the outline points on these topics from your software. So I would recommend having a cloud project creator with all the materials that contains more about your specific knowledge. Maybe you having a 1 hour conversation in a Zoom call, you taking the record of that session and putting on cloud and getting the transcription and using the transcription on your cloud to have your tone of voice in whatever the way possible. Start leveraging AI. You don't want to get left behind. The second thing I will recommend doing is building real marketing systems. So a lot of people have this dilemma that if they make really good content, they will get sales. People will go to them, which sounds like a dream place to be in, right? But the truth is, it doesn't work like that. No matter how good your content is, you won't get people reaching out to you because most probably your target audience, your target market is just less than 50,000 people. So I don't want you to just make content. No matter how good your content is, you won't get sales. That's a truth. So instead of treating content as your traffic channel or your only traffic channel, use it as a way of generating trust, generating demand for your services. So that whenever you do reach out, whenever you do outreach, whenever you run ads, people will trust you because you have so much content that educates them on their problems. So the third thing I will do is quantity over quality. So what I mean by that is instead of trying to make perfect content, which keeps you stuck, because the truth is quality doesn't exist. It's just about paralyzing yourself too much into details that don't even matter. So I will give you an example. I made around 200-ish videos this year alone from January to June 2025, right? I made one YouTube video, one long form video, and one short form video every single day. The improvement rate of this was so huge because I was just spending time recording these videos. I had no idea whether I'm even getting better at it, but the improvement rate was so high because I ended up spending so much time talking to camera, which improved my talking skills. I ended up editing. Well, I don't edit too much because editing is not my main job as an entrepreneur. But I became better at editing because I had to find some ways out. I cannot just keep spending 2-3 hours every single day on editing my videos. I have to find lazy ways. I have to find the tricky ways, which I did found, which saved my a lot of time and even made me a better editor for that sake. My videos got so better. My lighting of the video got so better. My content of the video got so better because the time it actually took me to come up with a thumbnail the first day, let's say, was 2 hours. But after 5 months, it's 30 minutes or 20 minutes because of the practice, which allowed me to have even more time to spend on making the systems better or focusing on something else that will even improve the quality of my videos or help me even get more views. So, quality is a myth. Quality is for perfectionists. You don't need quality, you need quantity. Because when you post a lot, like I did, like 200 plus videos in a couple of months, what happens is you become so good at talking to camera, which is the core of this whole work. You become so good at editing, which is not important. Even if you don't become good at editing, you can hire someone, or if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a founder, you are not going to edit your videos after a long time. Maybe you will do in the beginning, but after a point of time, you will stop doing that. So it doesn't make sense. But you will become really good at talking to camera. You'll become really good at your lighting setup, your video setup, everything that matters to grow on YouTube or to grow on social media. So instead of paralyzing yourself too much into quality, focus on quantity. The thing I will do in this situation where I have no idea about content creation is post more so I can learn more. When I first started making videos this year, January, I had no idea how long form videos works. I used to post like a lot of short form videos. I posted around 1,000 short form videos before, but long form videos it is new for me. But what I did is fabulous. I just started posting, and 5 months passed. I became really good at it, and the only thing I did was just post more. Especially when you don't know what you're doing, it is the best option. If you know what you're doing, then maybe you can make it less. But when you don't have no idea how this thing works, it's better to just post more. All right. The next thing I will do is using content as trust building factor, not a skill showing thing. So what happens is you have no idea about content creation. You are trying to become better at it. The thing that you need to understand is, as an entrepreneur, people watch your videos for the value, for getting the source you are giving to them, not essentially to see how good you are at camera or how good your video is. A lot of the people try to over optimize their videos, try to go into the path of high quality production. But the truth is, your audience don't need that. They just need the content. And so if you just focus on bringing up the right points for your videos, spending so much time making sure you are bringing the value that is required for retaining your audience, you end up having enough retention. And when you make a lot of content, as mentioned, you automatically, autopilot, you become good at it. So it's not a wise investment to spend so much time becoming better at videos. The better way will be just make more videos, focus on the value you bring, and just with quantity, you become better at it. So why to have all this stress on how good you sound, how good your video is, which is, by the way, is important for content creators. It is not important for entrepreneurs. For entrepreneurs, it's just about the value you create. And of course, the quality of your content is going to help you in the long term, but you will become better at it when you post more. So that's the thing that I will focus when I lost all of my content skills. The next thing I will do is I will build real marketing systems. So if I just post more, as mentioned, if I just post content, nobody's going to see it, right? Maybe people will see it. Maybe a person from third world country will watch my video, but that won't bring me business. I need eyeballs from my target audience, which is less than 50,000 people. So what I will do is make these videos, have a proper funnel that helps me get these all people into my lead magnet, nurture them, and more than that, use my YouTube channel or use my content creation in the middle of the funnel or bottom of the funnel instead of top of the funnel. Because if even if I have a really good funnel that helps me take someone from watched my video to buy my service, again, those are not my target audience. Those are a few, maybe a lot of people from a third world country. I can't help them with my services. So instead of using YouTube channel as my top of the funnel, I will use it as my middle of the funnel, where I'm using it maybe after a couple of outreach I did, or after someone opted in for my lead magnet through my ads. Only after a couple of touch points, I would add this as a way to reinforce trust, right? Because if I'm just using it for traffic, I won't have my target audience anyway. So I won't build my business. I will just reach an audience that could not afford my services. So I will use it after a couple of touch points, or I will use it for FAQs of my target audience when they have them in my inbound or outbound DMs. Apart from that, it won't work for me. So I will build a real marketing system. I won't depend on my videos as, just to make really good videos and hope something is gonna work tomorrow. I will build a real marketing system. That might mean I have to do a lot of work outside of content, even though my content is really good. But what you need to understand is content creation in and of itself is not going to become your primary source of lead generation in 3 or 6 months, probably not even in 12 months. It might become in 3 or 4 years and might become. I'm not saying it will become, it might become. But one thing you can surely say is if you make really good content on a consistent basis, you will have your sales cycle to be extremely low compared to what it is right now. You will have your client acquisition cost going down because most people who are coming to your profile through your outbound campaigns or ads are trusting you more because of this content. So, content creation in and of itself, even though it could not become your primary source of lead generation in 6 to 12 months, or even it might not happen in 3 years, it is going to lower your CAC and your sales cycles, which will help you gain a lot of business. So I hope that's only what you need to grow your business. After a point of time, your ads, your outreach campaigns might not work the way you want it to be profitable if you don't have something like this, because you're spending too much money on your advertisement campaigns, you're spending too much money on your email campaigns, but nobody's trusting you. No matter how good your templates are, your scripts are, people won't trust you if they can't see your content, especially if you're building an online business or you are building a business that requires high investments. You are building a B2B service firm which charge $100,000 plus annually. You need something like this to build trust with your potential clients. So these are the exact things I would do if all of my content skills disappeared on a random day. So let me know, what would you do to navigate this challenge? So most importantly from this list, what I would love to keep repeating on or keep providing a lot of emphasis on is using AI. So if you are someone who is a beginner and have no idea how exactly this will work, use cloud for your written content. Use Airtable for storing all of your information. If you would love to have a little bit more advanced system, use N10 or make.com for doing all of your automation. To help you make this even more streamlined, use thumbnail.ai for your thumbnails, or use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT for my thumbnails for probably this one and a couple of my other last videos. The quality is insane. I used to spend so much time on making these thumbnails manually back in the day on Canva. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you on the next one.